Real Madrid's official squad, revealed for the Champions League opener, has landed like a thunderbolt. Jude Bellingham and Eduardo Camavinga are back in the group for the clash with Marseille at the Santiago Bernabeu, and that single announcement reshapes everything about tonight's match. Think about it. Two midfield names that change selection headaches into luxury problems for Xabi Alonso. Bellingham, who underwent shoulder surgery over the summer and was expected to be out for weeks, has made a surprising and hugely welcomed return to fitness. Camavinga, who has struggled with niggles and missed the early part of the season, is back available too. Those comebacks don't just add numbers, they add elite quality, creative thrust, and a new set of tactical choices for a coach who has already been balancing form, fitness, and a desire to protect important assets for the long haul. The immediate question hitting every conversation in Madrid is how Alonso will handle minutes. Will Bellingham be eased in from the bench to protect that surgically repaired shoulder, or will his competitive instincts force a riskier early return to the starting 11? Can Camavinga, quick, aggressive, and capable of dictating tempo, slot straight back into a midfield that's already shown promising cohesion, or will he be used in short bursts to regain match rhythm? The answers matter because they determine not only tonight's flow but potentially Real's group stage posture heading into the next fixture. On the field, the implications are stark. A midfield with both Bellingham and Camavinga means more dynamic transitions, better shielding for the defence, and arguably more freedom for attacking figures like Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo to operate without being overrun in the middle. Mbappe's finishing touch is already under the spotlight this season, and adding fresh, high-caliber midfield legs could turn Real from dangerous to devastating on the counter and in sustained possession phases, but there's a gamble here. Medical prudence says gradual reintegration after surgery is textbook common sense, competitive urgency, especially in a Bernabeu that smells opportunity, argues for pressing your advantage and seizing momentum at home in front of the fans. Real's coaching staff must weigh the long-term prize of a deep European run against the short-term thrill of immediate impact. Off the bench, both players could be Xabi's secret weapons. Imagine Bellingham's drive late in the game when Marseille are tiring, or Camavinga's ability to clamp down and stop a French midline from growing into the contest. Tactically, Alonso now has the option to shift shapes mid-match, protecting a lead with a more robust spine or hunting an equaliser by adding creativity without sacrificing balance. Beyond tactics, the psychological lift is massive. The Bernabeu reacts to signals. When a club names its stars available, it sends confidence through the stands, through the squad, and into the dressing room. That boost can turn a tight game into a one-sided display simply by changing how opponents perceive the threat. For Marseille, a side that will not be overawed but will certainly respect Real's depth, tonight becomes a test of handling pressure and of whether they can exploit any rust in players returning from layoffs. For viewers, tonight is about narrative. Does Real protect its assets and grind a win, or does it unleash returning stars and risk short-term exposure for potentially game-defining moments? In the bigger picture, early group stage momentum is everything. A statement win at home with key players reintroduced could shape how the Champions League calendar reads for Madrid this season. So as the teams warm up and Alonso makes his final calls, keep these things in mind. The returns change selection puzzles, they offer tactical upgrades, and they bring medical dilemmas that will test coaching judgment. Predict XE, watch how many minutes each returnee gets, and look for that crucial moment when either Bellingham's surge or Camavinga's tackle swings the match. Tonight isn't just another fixture, it's an inflection point that could tilt Real's continental ambitions one way or another. Tell me in the comments whether you'd start Bellingham tomorrow, whether Camavinga should be thrown in from the first whistle, and how you think Mbappe will fare with fresh midfield support, because whatever happens at the Bernabeu will echo far beyond 90 minutes.